Hello students of 9th standard, this is the 5th day of our lecture and we have started the lesson number 4, that is nothing but measurement of matter. Now up till now we have seen the various laws, we have seen the atomic mass, the atomic radius. Now we are going to see the molecules of an element and compound. We are going to see the molecules of element and compound. See here. Atoms of some elements such as helium, neon have independent existence. Whenever we are going to see the neon or you can say helium, they have their independent existence. It means that these elements are in monoatomic molecular state. That means they are in a monoatomic molecular state. Now, sometimes two or more atoms of an element combine to form molecules of that element. So what happens? Sometimes two or more molecules combine to form a molecules of that element. Two or more atoms of that element combine to form the molecule. Such elements are in the polyatomic molecular state. If we consider such elements, they are in the, you can say, polyatomic molecular state. For example, the element like, for example, the elements like oxygen, nitrogen, they are, you can say, expressed as a diatomic molecular state. That means we are taking two atoms of that and a molecule is formed, such that O2 or N2, we are writing oxygen as O2 and nitrogen as N2 respectively. When atoms of different elements combine with each other, whenever the atoms of different elements combine with each other, the molecules of compound are formed. So how the molecules of compound are formed? When the atoms of different elements combine with each other, the molecules of the compounds are formed. In other words, compounds are formed by chemical attraction between different elements. That means compound is formed by attraction between, you can say, the different elements. Now next we are going to study molecular mass. So what is molecular mass? We have seen the atomic mass. And now we are going to see the molecular mass. What we told about the atomic mass? That atomic mass is concentrated at the, you can say, middle of the atom or in the nucleus. We have told this. Now what is actually the molecular mass? The molecular mass is nothing but, it is the sum. What it is? It is the sum of the atomic masses. Sum of the atomic masses of all the atoms in a single molecule. Sum of all atomic masses of the atoms in a single molecule of that substance. So if we know the atomic masses of the substance, the constituents whichever are present in that substance, if we know the atomic masses, we can calculate the molecular mass. Here is one example taken, that is H2O. H2O is nothing but water. What does it contains? The formula of water is H2O. That means it consists hydrogen and oxygen. So we have written here constituent elements hydrogen and oxygen. The atomic mass of hydrogen is 1 and the atomic mass of oxygen is 16. Now number of atoms in a molecule. This column we have to see. The formula is H2O. That means hydrogen are 2 molecules. Number of atoms in a molecule, and oxygen is 1. So what we are going to do further? Atomic mass into number of atom. What is atomic mass? Atomic mass is 1 into what we are going to do? Number of atoms. How many number of atoms are there? 2. So we are multiplying 1 by 2. Similarly here, number of atoms is 1. So the next column, mass of constituents, 1 into 2 will be 2 and 16 into 1 will be 16. Therefore the mass of the constituent is nothing but 18. So how we calculate the molecular mass? This is nothing but a molecular mass of a water. The next example is NaCl. NaCl means sodium chloride. Now what are the constituents here? The constituents are sodium and chlorine. So Na means sodium and Cl means chlorine. So what is the atomic mass of sodium? Atomic mass of sodium is 23 and that of the chlorine is 35.5. Number of atoms in the molecule, whenever you see, Na is 1 and Cl is also 1. Now atomic mass into number of atoms. So what you have to do? You have to multiply the atomic mass into number of atoms. So what you have to do? 23 into 1 and 35.5 into 1. So what will be that? 23.0 and this will be 35.5. Whenever you do addition of this, you will get 5, 8 and 5. That is nothing but the molecular mass of NaCl is 58.5. Now how to calculate the molecular mass of AlCl3, that is an aluminium chloride. So how we have to do here? First you have to take the constituent elements. Which are the constituent elements here? Aluminium and chlorine. What is the atomic mass of aluminium? Atomic mass of aluminium is 27 and that of the chlorine is 35.5. How many elements are there? Number of atoms are there here in the molecule. See here, Al is 1 and Cl, that is nothing but chlorine. Chlorine are 3. So what you have to do now? Atomic mass into number of atoms. So we have to do 27 into 1 and 35.5 into 3. So what it comes here? 27 and that of here 5 3s are 15, 15, 5 3s are 15, 6 here 9 and 10. Okay, plus this 0 plus 5, 5, 7 plus 6, 13, 2 plus 1, 3 and 1 as it is. So it comes 133.5. So the molecular mass of AlCl3 is 35.5. So this way we are getting the molecular mass. The next example is, the next molecule is H2SO4. H2SO4 means sulfuric acid. Now whenever you see this molecule, you see that there are 3 constituents. They are nothing but hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen. Cl, H2 that is hydrogen, S that is sulfur, O that is oxygen. Now atomic mass are given there. Hydrogen has atomic mass 1, sulfur has atomic mass 32, oxygen has 16. So number of atoms, whenever you see this molecule, H are 2, therefore we are written hydrogen as 2, sulfur as only 1, that of oxygen it is given as O4, therefore we have written number of atoms in a molecule of oxygen 4. Now what you have to do? You have to do atomic mass into number of atoms, that is nothing but 1 into 2, here 32 into 1 and 16 into 4. So what it comes? 32 into 1, 32. Then 64. So what it comes? 4 plus 4, 8. 6 plus 3, 9. So 98 is the molecular mass of H2SO4. This way you can calculate the masses. When elements and compounds take part in the chemical reaction, what it is told, see, when elements and compounds take part in the chemical reaction. Now whenever you see the chemical reaction, we see that the elements are taking part into this chemical reaction. Now it is there atom and molecules that react with each other. So what happens in the chemical reaction actually? In the chemical reaction, the atoms and the molecules react with each other, and therefore it is necessary to know the number of atoms, and therefore we have to know the number of atoms or molecules whichever are reacting in the chemical reaction. However, while carrying out the chemical reaction, it is convenient to measure out the quantities that can be handled instead of counting. So whatever the elements that are taking part into the chemical reaction, you have to count them. We have to measure the quantities instead of counting the number of atoms and molecules. What you have to count here? You have to count the atoms and molecules. Instead of counting that, you have to measure these quantities. So this is a concept of mole. For this purpose we are using it.